Hi, my name is Dr. Julie Neal, and this video is for my patients who have a lot of food allergies, because I see a lot of patients with food allergies, and this meal that we're going to make is gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free, and soy-free. We're going to make a spaghetti with Bolognese sauce, and it's completely hypoallergenic, and it tastes really good. So I'm going to show you how to make it. What you're going to need is a couple strips of bacon. I like to use the really thick bacon, the nitrate-free bacon. About a pound of ground beef. You're going to need some tomato paste, a little bit of white wine, a dry white wine, a gluten-free pasta, and the kinds of pastas that I like to use are either a brown rice pasta or a quinoa pasta. Some veggies here. We have 2 carrots, 2 celery sticks, and a half of an onion, a little bit of organic beef broth, and some olive oil. It's pretty simple and it tastes wonderful. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is, now I have the water boiling for the pasta, and what we're going to do is have the bacon chopped up, and then after we chop up the bacon, we're going to chop up all the vegetables. And I have the bacon on a separate chopping board than the vegetables because I don't want to cross-contaminate with the meat. So what I'm going to do is chop up this thick bacon really finely sliced, about 1/8 of an inch thin, and every so often I'm going to take this amount and chop it into 4ths or so. So I want little teeny cubes of the bacon that I'm going to pour in. And then what we're going to do is, once this is all chopped, we're going to put the bacon in a cast iron skillet and start cooking the bacon. Okay, so I've got my cast iron skillet, and I added about 3 tablespoons of olive oil to the cast iron skillet. And I have it on sort of medium-high heat. And when this heats up pretty good, when you feel that it's reasonably hot, you're going to add the chopped up bacon that you just nicely cut up. And it's going to start to brown. And I would probably turn the heat down a little bit to low or low-medium heat. And you're going to let the bacon brown. And then you're going to go back to your vegetables and start chopping your vegetables. So while the bacon is browning, you've got your vegetables. You're going to chop up your vegetables. I've chopped up the carrots about 1/4 of an inch width, and I've chopped up the onions pretty finely chopped. And now I'm going to chop up these 2 slices of celery about 1/8 of an inch thick. Let me just finish that. Great. So now that you've got your vegetables all chopped up, you're going to add the vegetables to the browning bacon and that oil, and all of the vegetables and the bacon are going to cook together. So we've got the bacon that's nicely browning in the cast iron skillet, and what I'm going to do is add the onions and the celery and the carrots. Great. And start mixing this up so that these vegetables cook in with the bacon. So I've got all the vegetables and the bacon browning really nicely, and you want to cook it so that the onions are clear, about 5 minutes cooking the veggies and the bacon. And then what I like to do is make a little bit of a space in the middle of the cast iron skillet in order to add the ground beef. And I add the ground beef in, and that's going to start cooking. This is going to take sort of the longest amount of time, is making sure that the beef gets brown. And then what I like to do is just add a lid, and that will help the cooking go a lot faster. Okay, so the beef has been browned with the bacon and the vegetables, and it looks nice and browned. And so now it's time to add in the liquids. And so what I'm going to do is add about 3/4 of a cup of the beef broth. just like that. About 2/3 of a cup of the white wine. And a good chunk, about a tablespoon of tomato paste. I might add just a little bit more, maybe a tablespoon and a half. And get that to stir. Great. And so I'm going to put the lid back on this and let that all simmer. Meanwhile, the pasta, the water to boil the pasta is boiling. So I'm going to add brown rice pasta today to the boiling water. Great. And then I'm going to put the lid back on that and let that boil. Okay, so we're ready to serve. I cooked the pasta for about 6 or 7 minutes and then drained the water out of the pasta. And then I added just a little bit of olive oil to the pasta bowl so that the pasta doesn't stick to the bowl. And so we're going to take some of the pasta. Just like that. And I like to add just a little bit of salt and pepper to the sauce. I have some sea salt and a little bit of pepper. And this is blended together really nicely. It's a nice orangey brown color. And we're going to add some of the sauce on top. Great. I like to serve this meal with a little bit of a side salad. So here we have it, a spaghetti with Bolognese sauce with a side salad, and the meal is entirely hypoallergenic. There's no eggs, there's no dairy, there's no soy, there's no wheat, and it tastes fabulous. Enjoy.